Hi everyone, I'm Martina Freitag and I'm the manager of learning and public programs.
Hi, I'm Barbora Škaloudová and I'm here curator of learning programs.
So Martina, where are we?
We are currently in Kunsthalle Praha, a relatively new institution opened in 2022 with a programming that connects the Czech and international art scene. As we're housed in a reconstructed transformer station from the 1930s, we started with an exhibition about electricity in art and continued the interdisciplinary program, often showing overlaps with different fields and involving new technologies. This principle is also intertwined in our learning programs. We've been working with sound, 3D scanning, photography, and video in different forms. In our workshops, we usually try to come up with one overarching creative principle, approach, that can be applied to different exhibitions. So one workshop can be developed based on the changing topics, but also based on evolving technology, like in the case of AI.
What is warm-up with AI?
So this is a workshop that we've developed here in Kunsthalle Praha, and you can imagine warm-up pretty much like the physical warm-up. You stretch, try out, test different ways. This workshop is a way how to get acquainted with the basic AI models, understand how it works, and use it in a creative way, pretty much like artists do today. We also try to overcome the fear that many people have with AI. It is similar to when photography was introduced. People and artists were afraid of this new technology. And once they understood it and used it as a creative tool, we could see new art movements developing. AI is something many students know well, use intuitively and often, but we are attempting to show different creative ways. It is also a great way to explore the exhibition through something that students already know so well.
How did you come up with this program?
We started thinking about using AI in the gallery back in 2023. It was when Kunsthalle Praha opened the exhibition Read by Elmgreen and Draxet. Their practice is well known around the world, and those who visited their exhibitions know that the spaces are usually very minimalistic when it comes to text or labels about the artworks. Well, basically, they're next to none. In Prague, Elmgreen and Draxet decided to recreate a library in our gallery. It's because Czech Republic has the highest number of libraries per capita. However, the books were turned the other way around and people could not take them out, and they were confused, needing explanations. This was the moment which seemed perfect to make use of AI, ChatGPT to be more concrete, and with our visitors at workshops create their own interpretations. The idea was to select an artwork, choose a literary genre, and by compiling a prompt, make ChatGPT create a story about the artwork. In the end, they presented it to the others in a group.
But as a Kunsthalle type of gallery, we regularly change our exhibitions. So the following main show was completely different. It was photography display of Lucia Moholy, the lesser-known photographer of the Bauhaus. How did the program evolve?
So with this exhibition, we were thinking about trying out something else. Before, we used text-to-text generation. This time, already the AI models were spreading and more apps were created for images and videos. So we tried image-to-video generation with the Runway app. The exhibition Lucia Moholy was set around an incredible story. In her time, she was known as the wife of Laszlo Moholy-Nagy, with whom she spent some time at the legendary school of Bauhaus in Dessau, and created a set of photographs documenting the building, life and work of students and teachers. Her photographs were then lost. She realized they were stolen by Walter Gropius, escaping the Nazis to the US. And so for a long time we could only imagine how Bauhaus looked like. Similarly, with photography, we are left in the dark about what had happened just before or after a picture was taken. And AI can help us with that. Now, Bara, can you tell us a little bit more about the structure of the workshop? How long does it last?
So altogether it's 2 hours. And we have a 30-minute introduction to various artist practice. We show examples of artworks generated by or working with AI. Then we have a 1-hour creative practice. And in the end, 30 minutes feedback and reflecting on our work.
And what exactly do students learn and gain at the workshops?
Workshop is aimed at secondary school students and is based on the importance of seeing and developing a certain sensitivity to our surrounding. And students are asked to take a picture of a selected photograph from the exhibition and put together a prompt to make a short video or moving image. The idea is to learn how to write down an idea in a precise way. They are learning the film language as they have to think about what they want the camera to do. Also storytelling, to be able to make their own story understandable and plausible for their audience. The students work in groups and work similarly as a film team who need to pass on their vision for a movie. We are trying to work just like artists today work, either in collective or emphasizing that an artwork is usually done by various people.
Of course, as many others, we experience some challenges along the way. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
With portraits, AI often altered the unique character of individuals, turning them into the modern, flawless faces. And some images contained too many simulation actions. And also it was necessary to guide participants to perceive the pictures as a moving image with a single unfolding action. Otherwise, the result often tended towards surreal compositions. So in the second example, at the Shiharu Shiota's exhibition, we focused more on exploring places and details within her captivating installations. Participants create shots that highlight spaces with the potential for a narrative or a subtle movement. The most frequent challenges was capturing a photograph that on its own suggested the beginning of a short scene. It was also difficult to ensure that the movement interpretation preserved the character of the installations. In some videos, shapes and lines became overly literal. The best result appeared when students worked, for instance, with individual lines and their shadows. At the exhibition Bergman and Hartung and Will Never Be Parted, which tells the story of a duo primarily creating abstract paintings, we focused similarly to Moholy on 2D works. We looked for paintings that either conveyed movement through gestures or the texture of their colors. Also, we looked at compositions and themes that suggested dynamism. It was again crucial to stay as close as possible to the character and color palette of the painting so that the video's connection to the artwork would be smooth and convincing.
And what did you actually enjoy the most while leading the workshops?
Well, for example, with Lucia Moholi, I started looking anew at all the photographs, and suddenly there were so many new stories happening around the photographs, and I was looking forward to each new workshops so that I can experience something new. It's a great way to repeatedly visit one exhibition and see how it can enrich you every time. I learned how to work with different apps.
Yeah, I think learning AI, how it works, and looking at different apps, seeing what is the best model for us, was a great way to learn also ourselves. And I myself learn something new every time with every workshop. And it is a general approach that we like to take here in the Kunsthalle, that there is not one all-knowing teacher or a guide, but it's more of a moderator or a host role, and that learning is a two-way street.